Before we start the story, please subscribe, like, share, comment, because a single click gives me strength to bring you more emotional and powerful stories like this. A soldier came home without warning, and one look at his sister's bruises told him everything. This story will hold your heart from the very first line to the very last breath. He had planned to surprise his family after months on the border, but as he stepped off the bus into the dusty afternoon sunlight of his hometown, something inside him felt strangely heavy. Maybe it was the silence of the streets, or the strange ache in his chest that wouldn't go away. Lance Corporal Hamza had been away for so long that coming home almost felt unreal. He imagined his little sister's excited scream, the way she'd jump and hug him the moment the door opened. He imagined his mother's tearful smile, the warm food, the noisy laughter they always shared. But he never imagined what he would see instead. Hamza walked through the old neighborhood, boots still muddy, uniform creased from days on the road. He didn't bother calling ahead, surprising them felt like the right thing to do. He turned the corner to his street, noticing the paint on their old gate had chipped more than before. A sinking feeling tugged at his heart, but he ignored it. He pushed the gate and stepped inside quietly, planning to shout, "I'm home," the way he used to. Then he heard it. A muffled sob. Soft, broken. Coming from the living room. Hamza froze. The voice, it was familiar. Too familiar. He took a few slow steps, his heartbeat pounding louder than the boots that once marched across war-torn borders. He reached the doorway and saw her, his sister Noor, sitting on the floor with her arms wrapped around her knees, shaking. She wasn't the cheerful girl he left behind. The spark in her eyes was gone, replaced by a haunted look that pierced him deeper than any battlefield wound ever could. Her scarf had slipped slightly, revealing the corner of a purplish bruise blooming across her cheekbone. Hamza's breath caught. His fists tightened. The room spun. "Noor," he whispered. She gasped and looked up. For a moment, happiness lit her face, then fear swallowed it again. She stood, trembling, and rushed to him. Hamza hugged her tight, feeling her heart beating wildly against his chest. "Who did this?" he asked, his voice low and steady, though fury raged beneath every syllable. She didn't answer. Instead, her tears soaked into his uniform, the same uniform he wore for a country he had sworn to protect. But standing here in his own home, he realized he had failed to protect something far more precious. Hamza gently lifted her chin and saw more bruises, older ones, fading ones, ones she had tried to hide. A storm gathered behind his eyes. "Tell me." Silence. "Tell me, Noor. Please." Her lips trembled. "Bye. I didn't want to burden you. You were already fighting out there. I didn't want you fighting here too." His chest tightened. "Who did this?" Finally, she whispered a name he would never forget. And in that moment, Hamza knew his battle wasn't over. It had simply come home with him. Chapter 1 begins with Hamza trying to understand how this nightmare had grown while he was away. As the evening sun dimmed through the broken window screen, Hamza sat on the old wooden sofa as Noor slowly unraveled months of silent suffering. She told him how their cousin Salman had moved in to help the family when money got tight. At first, he was polite, respectful, even helpful. But slowly, his true face appeared. He would get angry over small things, Noor whispered. "If I dropped a dish. If I didn't speak loudly enough. If I didn't answer fast enough." Then he started shouting. After that, he started hitting. Hamza felt something break inside him. His vision blurred with a rage he hadn't felt even under enemy fire. "Why didn't Ami tell me?" he asked. "She didn't want to worry you," Noor replied. "She said you were protecting the nation." "But who protects us when you're gone?" The question stabbed straight through him. Hamza hugged her again, but this time as a vow. A soldier doesn't abandon his post, and Noor, his baby sister, was the most sacred responsibility he had ever been given. That night Hamza sat awake in the dim glow of a single bulb, planning. He wasn't going to burst in with anger. Soldiers didn't act on emotion, they acted with precision. And this time his mission was simple. Bring Noor's peace back. And end the monster who stole it. Morning arrived, and with it, Chapter 2. Hamza heard the gate creak. Heavy footsteps approached. A familiar mocking voice echoed through the hall. "Where is my tea?" Salman barked. Hamza stood up slowly, his boots scraping against the floor. Salman froze at the sight of him. You weren't supposed to be back." Hamza stepped forward. His eyes were cold, steady, burning with a silent fury that made Salman swallow hard. "Sit," Hamza commanded. Salman hesitated, then obeyed, fear crawling into his expression. "What you did to her," Hamza said quietly, "you're going to answer for it." Salman tried to speak, stutter excuses, blame Noor, but Hamza silenced him with a glare so sharp it could have sliced steel. "You think she was alone?" Hamza growled. "Not anymore." Hamza didn't raise his hand. He didn't need to. His words were enough. His presence was enough. His decision was final. He called the police. Filed charges. Showed them the bruises. Protected his sister with the same strength he carried on the battlefield. As officers took Salman away, Noor stood behind Hamza, clutching his sleeve like she used to when she was little. She whispered, "Thank you, bye." Hamza turned, placed a hand on her head, and smiled softly. "My first duty is you." And for the first time in months, Noor's smile returned. That evening, as the sun dipped behind the rooftops, painting the sky gold, the weight on Hamza's chest finally lifted. The war at home was over. Noor was safe. Their home was theirs again. And Hamza realized something deeply powerful. A soldier's duty doesn't end at the border. Sometimes, the most important battles are fought within the four walls of home. If you want more stories like this, please subscribe, like, share, comment. Your support brings more emotional and powerful content straight to you.